Well, hello my fabulous people. This is Melanie Warren, also known as Coach Mel, and I am a fertility and adoption life coach. On my channel, I will share information as it relates to infertility, adoption, and everything else in between. So if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to Paradise. So also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. Click that button so you'll know when I upload videos, and I upload videos every Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned. And so the question I have for you, what is it? How can you avoid divorce while you are coping with infertility struggles and keep your marriage strong? Stay tuned. Well, my fabulous people, so let's kind of discuss what is it that we can do? What is it that you can do to maintain your marriage as you go through your infertility struggle? I know a marriage is already an emotional roller coaster. Dealing with two people with two different personalities, two different ways of doing things. But listen, infertility also has its own struggles and challenges. But let me tell you, you really can go through this and be victorious, and not only be victorious but really have a bond with your mate, with your husband, far better than you even had before. So the first thing I want you to do is do not blame each other. That blame game, oh, it's because of you why we can't have children, it's because of you. But always remember, when you're pointing that finger, even if you're not doing it literally, but just the fact you're pointing, remember the ones that are pointing back at you. So remember, do not blame each other. It's not anybody's fault. This is something that is just a part of your journey as it relates to building your family. So last thing you want to do is blame each other. Number two, be supportive during time of grieving and venting. Listen, there are times where you're going to be so disappointed and angry and frustrated with the whole process, and you're wondering, I'm doing year after year, month after month, day after day, trying to do something to manifest the child that you're wanting, and nothing is happening. But when it comes time, be each other's greatest support system. Be there for each other. Sometimes they might want your husband or your wife just want to talk. They might not necessarily need you to solve anything, but just to listen and just encourage one another through this journey makes a great deal of difference. Okay, number three, discuss options honestly and openly. Okay, discuss it, be open and honest, and really get in on each other's emotions. You are each other's biggest and greatest support system, and you want to make sure that as you're going through your honesty discussing your emotions, your honesty discussing whether or not you want to go through the expense of IVF if you're using that way, or IUI, or even adoption. You want to make sure that you discuss all your options openly and honestly, and also compromise. You know, it may be that, oh, I may decide, you know what, love, let's go ahead and do IVF for a year, and then if it doesn't happen, we'll stop and just go from there. Or you may say, no, I don't want to wait any longer. Okay, well, let's do 6 months, but come to a compromising decision that both of you can agree on. Number five, make a plan and work it together. Okay, make a plan and work it together. Not in isolation, oh, I think we should do this. No, I would think we should do this. No, make a plan together and work it together. And make sure that each time as you're writing the plan, each moment, each day that you look at the plan that you have for each other as it relates to building your family, and just overall, to be honest with you. But make sure you have a plan that you are doing together, and keep each other accountable with that plan. So it could be where you decide, you know what, we're going to spend $20,000 on IVF or whatever infertility treatment, and if it doesn't work, we're going to go to another option, maybe adoption. Either way, they are both miracles and blessings, because you will still be parents. All right, so make sure you make your plan together and work towards it together. Next, develop a sense of humor. I cannot say this enough. Oh my God, now don't get me wrong, there's some days you just can't laugh. You just can't figure out, I can't laugh about this because it's not funny. But listen, you really can make some be each other's sense of humor. When my husband and myself were going through our infertility, and even now, there was a time when we were starting out, when we decided to do IVF, and my husband could not give me a shot at all. And we would joke about it till the point where my brother had to end up giving me a shot a couple of times because of one reason or the other. But needless to say, we made a big joke out of it. My husband did eventually get to do it, but needless to say, we think about it and we're just like, oh my gosh, the struggle is real, the struggle is real. But needless to say, have a good sense of humor. Number 7, try to keep the magic alive. Continue to make your relationship a priority. Okay, I cannot say it enough. Continue to make your relationship a priority. You still need to date each other. You still need to make time for each other. And if you don't know each other's love language as it relates to affirmation, as it relates to give, as it relates to acts of service, all the different love languages, find out. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in another video, but find out each other's language and really continue to make that a priority in your relationship, because you want to keep your marriage strong even as you go through this difficult journey within your marriage. And also, last but not least, listen, don't do this in isolation. Get help. If you need help, get the help. If you don't have a support system, whether it be your family, it could be friends, it could be your doctor, it could be a life coach, hit me up. Either way, get the help that you need and the support that you need, because the last thing you want to do is do it in isolation, because you already feel trapped because you're looking around you and everybody's getting pregnant and you're like, what about us? What about us? And what have you? And you feel like you're embarrassed. But listen, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. You're still a whole person in spite of your challenge. This is just your story right now. So as I said, get the help that you need, okay? And work it and be there for each other. So I thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, and make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms as I'm leaving in the link. Okay, my Instagram, my Facebook group. Let's connect and support each other on this journey, because the last thing I want you to do is go years and years and years and not really build your marriage, strengthen your marriage, and strengthen and encourage each other. So as I always say, make sure you pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, my fabulous people.